Good morning, friends, and welcome to another online video lesson with Mr. Abel. Today, we're going to be looking at making a listening map, which a listening map isn't that hard to figure out what it is. There's two words we really need to pinpoint on, and that's listening map. So basically, we're going to listen to a song and we're going to create a map of what we hear when we listen to that song. Now, this is really going to require us to turn on our musical brains, okay? We are going to be using one of my favorite pieces of all time, Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. Okay, we're only going to take that first part because it's a pretty long one, okay? So we are going to just take that first A section and we are going to make a listening map of it. Now, a few things we're going to have to talk about beforehand are dynamics and tempo. All right, and we're also going to be listening for different sounds of instruments. Maybe some sound very smooth, or maybe some are very choppy, like this. So we have to really pay attention to those sounds and make sure that we draw them in our listening map. All right, let's do it. Now, before we get started listening and creating our listening map, we have to take a look at those three words that we talked about beforehand, just as a review, all right? So the first word that we talked about was dynamics, okay? And dynamics are how loud or soft the music is, all right? So for example, if someone were to ask you, hey, what's the dynamic level of Mr. Abel's voice? You would say it's very loud, right? And we'll get into the actual musical terms for that here in a second. The next thing we're going to talk about is tempo, all right? And tempo is how fast or slow the steady beat of the music is. Now that's very important. Tempo determines the speed of the steady beat, and the music follows the steady beat, okay? And then the last word we're going to talk about is style, okay? And style is how the music is played, all right? Is it smooth? Okay. Is it choppy? All right, so you need to listen for those things as we go along. Now, let's focus a little bit on dynamics. Dynamics, like I said, are how loud or soft music is. And in music, we oftentimes use the Italian language for describing music. So for loud, we're going to use the word forte. All right, so if you could get a good Italian hand ready for me, you're going to say it together. Forte. Ah, very good. Really nice. All right, and then for soft, we will say piano. All right, so we'll get a good Italian hand ready again. Piano. Good. All right. Now, if we wanted to say something was medium loud or medium soft, some of you already know it would be, mezzo. All right. So we're going to say it is mezzo of either of these. Mezzo. You gotta have a bounce to it. Mezzo. All right. So mezzo forte and mezzo piano. All right. Now, if something is this is a really fun word. You're going to add an issimo to the end of it. Issimo. And it comes at the end, right? So for forte, if we want to say something is very loud, we would say fortissimo. All right. And if we want to say something is very soft, we would say pianissimo. All right. Awesome. So super easy, and it's all based around forte and piano. Now, an even easier way to be able to know some of this is to just use the symbols. And really, when you look at music, you're pretty much only going to use the symbols. So if I start it loud is up here, let's say very loud, and very soft is down here. So for pianissimo, I'm going to use two P's, just like this. No, not that. I hear some of you. Don't do that. This is music. All right? And then if we go to soft, we'll have one P. Piano. Pianissimo. Piano. All right? If we were to go to medium soft, we know it's mezzo piano. So this is easy. It's going to be an M, P. Yeah, right. And then so on and so forth. Medium loud, MF, loud, F, and very loud, it's going to be two Fs. Fortissimo, forte, mezzo piano, piano, and pianissimo. All right? Now, we're going to be using these to describe our song that we're listening to today. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is tempo, okay? When we're listening to our song, we have to listen for the tempo, right? So, tempo is spelled T-E-M, tem, P-O, po, tempo, okay? And tempo is the speed of the beat. All right, it's the speed of the beat. Now, there are a lot of Italian words for different tempos, right? We have largo, allegro, all right? We have all these different words, and there's so many. So for today, for the sake of this video and keeping it shorter, we're only going to use the words fast, slow, or getting faster and getting slower. Okay, but the main thing is that you know that tempo is the speed of the beat. All right, so we have to listen for if the speed of the beat gets faster or slower over the course of our song, because we know that a steady beat is supposed to stay the same, right? Yeah, exactly. All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about is style, all right? And style is the way the notes are played, right? I'm going to use one of ELA kindergarten, first, and second grade's favorite song and games in order to show style. Now, two of the things we're really going to be listening for, and there are a lot of different styles, just like with tempo, we're going to be listening for staccato, which means separated. The notes are separated from each other, and legato, which is connected, all right? So I'm going to use our favorite song, Old King Glory, and I'm going to start off legato. Old King Glory on the mountain, his castle sat so high that it nearly touched the sky, and it's 1, 2, 3, follow me. Notice how all of my sounds connected right there into each other. Now, if I were to make those sounds very short, it would sound very different. Old King Glory on the mountain, his castle sat so high that it nearly touched the sky, and it's 1, 2, 3, follow me, and they all bow down to the mountain. Right? So very different sounding, right? As opposed to how it normally just sounds of Old King Glory on the mountain, his castle sat so high that it nearly touched the sky, and it's 1, 2, 3, follow me, and they all bow down to the mountain. Right? So that's style. Now, like I said, today we are going to be using Beethoven's 5th Symphony. All right, and Beethoven is one of the greatest composers to ever live. All right, and he was so good, he knew so much about music that even after he lost his hearing, most of it, he could still compose because he would audiate. All right, he was so well in tune with music and its notes. He knew exactly what he wanted to put on the paper. All right, so that's why it's so important for us to listen and know the music of Beethoven. All right, so let's get started making our map. All right, here we go. I got my camera woman, Sadie, holding the camera. Say hi, Sadie.
Hi.
All right, thanks, Sadie. She's awesome. All right, here we go. I'm going to start off with my red marker because I know this is probably going to start forte, which is actually fortissimo, which is very loud. Here we go. Oh, now it's very piano. Oh, wow! Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Kind of have these flurly things going on.
I think it just turned on.
No, it didn't. Ba, ba, bum. Ooh, we had a very nice French horn there. Wong, wong, wong. And then it have this nice. All right, now we're gonna listen to see if it changes. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, and then it goes back. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Nice. Okay, so now that I have our dynamics written below, we're gonna go back and listen to the Fifth Symphony and see if there was anything that we missed, or if we feel like we've got a great representation of Beethoven's masterwork. All right, so now that we've got our dynamics written in and we know some references that we can have for adding to our listening map, or maybe you have everything that you need. I'm definitely gonna add some stuff so that way I know exactly where I'm at in the music, okay? So let's listen one more time to Beethoven's masterwork, his Fifth Symphony. So I put these squiggles down because it's going down in pitch. Ah, French horn. Do-da-dee-do-do-do. Very choppy. Bum, 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 bum. Ba 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 bum. Ba 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 bum. Ba 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 bum. Probably add one more in there. Right? And then we're back. Ba 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 bum. Awesome. Great job. Yeah, so I think we really made a nice representation. Now I put some crescendos in here, all right? And I put some, maybe of some of the rhythms that I heard. But really, I think this is a great representation of that first part. And it's super easy to make. You just need a few different colors and to really listen and just respond. Let your arm move. As humans, we are so musical. Like we are the only life forms on Earth that are able to express ourselves through art. Not just visually, but with sound as well. That is so super cool. So make sure you're taking advantage of keeping those musical brains turned on while you're at home. So thank you so much for attending this lesson on making a listening map for Beethoven 5th Symphony. I'll drop a link right there. Thanks, guys.